Thanks for joining us. In this audit, we looked at the Ministry of Justice's management of the contract for the Family Maintenance Enforcement Program, or FMEP. The FMEP collects and issues payments for child and spousal support. The ministry first outsourced the program in 1988 to a private sector contractor. 29 years later, the same service provider still holds the contract. Over the last 10 years, government has paid them $160 million to deliver the program. Our audit looked at the ministry's procurement and management of this contract and whether it did so in accordance with government policy and guidance. We did not look at the quality of service that the program provides. We found that with a few exceptions, the ministry complied with government policy. However, during the most recent procurement in 2006, we found that the ministry's choices weren't consistent with guidance and good procurement practices. The procurement didn't achieve competition for the contract. We also noticed indications of challenges with the contract that should have triggered stronger ministry oversight. The Ministry of Justice renewed the original contract with the service provider several times during the 1990s. The ministry then opened the contract to new bidders in both 2000 and 2006. Both times it directly awarded the contract to the incumbent service provider. When the contract was most recently up for tender in 2006, we found that the ministry's procurement choices were not consistent with government guidance and good procurement practices. The ministry chose a procurement strategy that is designed to identify and pre-qualify a small number of vendors from a much larger pool, even though it had no evidence that a large market of potential vendors existed for the contract. And, in the end, only the incumbent applied. To encourage competition, the ministry should have done more to ensure a level playing field for all potential bidders. Vendors that didn't have the service provider's knowledge of the program could have seen the opportunity as risky. Despite awarding the contract to the same service provider, 10 years later, the ministry still hasn't been able to negotiate a new contract with them. During our audit, we also noticed several factors that indicated challenges with the contract and should have triggered stronger ministry oversight. These included things like the service provider regularly requesting and receiving additional funding to cover cost pressures, multiple external assessments of the program that offered recommendations for contract improvements, most of which are still outstanding, and a history of procurements failing to achieve competition, resulting in direct awards to the same service provider who has now had this contract for 29 years. We found evidence of ongoing oversight of the FME's program costs, but we did not see evidence that ministry executive received complete information about financial, legal, and program delivery risks. This type of information is essential to effectively perform their oversight responsibilities. Our audit shows that ministries have to do more than simply follow the requirements of government's procurement policy. Although the ministry's procurement choices were within policy, they did not generate competition, and the design and management of the contract did not mitigate known risks. We've made 5 recommendations to the ministry to support improved procurement and contract management. Although this audit only focused on one contract, the lessons learned may have broader application. There is an opportunity for government to consider whether the audit findings may be relevant to other contracts and whether additional procurement guidance would help all ministries. That's our summary for today. Thanks for joining us, and to read this report and others, or for more information about our office, please visit our website at www.bcauditor.com.